Welcome to day 5 of our Python journey. Today we will dive into functions. Functions are essential building blocks in programming that allow us to organize code, improve readability, and reuse logic efficiently. Let's start by understanding how to define a function in Python. The syntax is simpler. You use the keyword def followed by the function name, parenthesis for parameters, and a colon. Then you define the body of the function. Finally, you use return to send a result back to the caller. Functions can also be defined without parameters. Here we have a simple function called greet that does not require any input but prints a welcome message when called. You can use such functions for tasks like displaying information or performing a fixed operation. Now let's look at functions with parameters. Parameters allow us to provide input to function, making it more dynamic. In this example, the function addNumbers takes two numbers and returns their sum. Notice how we pass values when calling the function. Functions don't just execute tasks, they also return values. In the square function, we take a number as input and return its square. The result is then stored in a variable. Using return allows us to send values back from a function to wherever it was called. Did you know that functions can return multiple values? This is done by returning them as a tuple. In the swap function, we return two values b and a, which we unpack into variables x and y. This makes functions more flexible and powerful. Sometimes you may want a function to have default values for parameters. This is where default arguments come in. In the greet function, if no name is provided, it defaults to guest. This can make your function more user-friendly and adaptable. Python also allows keyword arguments where you specify the name of the parameter when calling the function. This improves readability and ensures that the arguments are passed correctly. For example, we are using introduce with name and age specified by their names. With variable length arguments, Python provides even more flexibility. Using *args, you can pass a variable number of non-keyword arguments. Similarly, *kwargs lets you pass a variable number of keywords arguments. This is perfect for situations where you don't know how many arguments might be passed to your function. Let's talk about the scope of variables in functions. Local variables are defined inside a function and aren't accessible outside. However, global variables are defined outside of any function and can be accessed by any part of your program. Keep this in mind when designing your code. Recursion is an advanced concept where a function calls itself to solve a problem. In this example, the factorial function calls itself until it reaches the base condition. Recursion is a powerful tool, but make sure you define a base case to avoid infinite loops. Now that we have covered functions in depth, It's time for some practice. Try writing a function to calculate the factorial of a number using recursion, or create a function that takes a list and returns the highest number. These exercises will help reinforce the concepts you have learned today. To further sharpen your skills, consider creating a mini project. For example, build a calculator with different functions for operations like addition and subtraction, or create a number guessing game where functions help structure the game logic. These projects will give you hands-on experience with everything you have learned about functions. That's it for today's lesson on functions in Python. Functions are a core part of programming, and mastering them a more efficient help you a more efficient and organized coder. Keep practicing, and we will see you in the next lesson.